Hello guys! Finally getting started. There was a little bit of setup. This is the first time I do the streaming that way. Super happy to try this with you. So for this first live stream, I'd like to cover a little bit the news of Ethereum and DeFi, see what happened in the past few weeks. And also we'll do a surprise tutorial at the end. So hello everybody, Vishnu, Maduka, Rami, CryptoDog Trader, and there are many others. So first we'll start with the news. So I'm going to cover different Ethereum newsletter that I follow, and I'm going to tell you what matters, what doesn't. So I'm going to stop showing my face and I'm going to show my screen instead. And now you can see my screen. Okay. So oh yeah, someone said just got the class yesterday, about to start learning today. Antonio Arnold, yeah, I saw that. Welcome Antonio. So we're going to start with the week in Ethereum. So that's one of the oldest, I think the oldest newsletter on Ethereum, and that's my favorite one. It's very comprehensive. It covers Ethereum stuff for developer, layer 2. This is actually a bit overwhelming, so I mean you're not expected to follow everything which is in this newsletter because it's a little bit too much. But we're gonna see what's important. Okay, so here Ethereum 1 is one, so that's basically the current protocol. So even though we're constantly talking about Ethereum 2.0, actually there's still some development ongoing on Ethereum 1. So it's not always the most exciting, but sometimes it matters. Let me go over this quickly. Netamind, blah blah, memory usage. Yeah, so this is Netamind. This is an Ethereum client written in C#, but as blockchain developer, we don't use it directly. Binary try format. Wow, this is super technical. This is more like for blockchain core developer. Ether 2 prismatic client update. Okay, so prismatic, it's always something interesting because they are one of the leader who are implementing Ethereum 2.0, and so on their blog and on the communication in general you can get a lot of info about what's coming in ETH 2.0. I believe that recently someone in the ETH 2.0 team said that maybe the first testnet would start in 6 months, or a stable testnet will be in 6 months or something like this. So that's cool, but like, as blockchain developer, it doesn't concern us directly. It's more like something you check out of curiosity, but it won't change radically the way we develop blockchain application. And layer 2, so there is actually a lot going on in layer 2, so I don't know why we just have 2 links here. So layer 2, this is basically an alternative way of scaling. It's the 2.0, that's the way of scaling of the protocol. Layer 2, that's the way of scaling of that kind of work with the current Ethereum and also with Ethereum 2.0. It's kind of similar to Ethereum 2.0 in that it doesn't concern us directly, except that when we want to have a lot of users, it's going to be cool that it works. The problem with layer 2 is that you lose composability. For DeFi, that's very important. So I kind of follow layer 2 out of curiosity, but yeah, it doesn't really impact my daily workflow. And then my favorite section for week in Ethereum is stuff for developer. That's what concerns us the most. So let me see what we have here. Gelato automation protocol and IFT lightweight automate. Okay, so I think this is a sort of Zapier, but for Ethereum. So Zapier is this service where you can automate different stuff on the web. You can take the output of MailChimp and plug it into another service, into Google Sheet, whatever. And so there are some sort of so this is like the same thing but on Ethereum. Then Builder deploy. So Builder, this is a sort of alternative minimalist framework, alternative to Truffle, so to develop smart contract. And so this is a plugin for this framework. So actually, just after this review of the news, I'm going to do a short tutorial on Builder. So we're going to see this in more detail. Seth, so this is also an alternative tool for developing smart contract that's being developed by the team of MakerDAO. And so apparently we can do some debugging with the steps through. Cool, but I don't use Seth. Debugging your transaction with Tenderly. I don't know this tool. Maybe it was to check it out. Build Ethereum dApp on Python. Oh my god! So I recently I had a client for a coaching. He needed something to be done with Python, and I broke my Python install. I'm so sad. I was trying Brownie. That's a framework for developing dApp, but using Python, and it asked us to install a tool that totally broke my Python install. So I probably need to wait a bit before I get back to Python. Talking about Python, so there is Viper, which is an alternative programming language for smart contract. And it looks like Python. So if you're into Python, Viper might be cool. And they released this new version with some breaking change. Cool, I gotta check it out. Actually, I might do a tutorial on Viper. If you guys have any interest for Viper, let me know in the chat so I know what to do. Set machine in Solidity. Yes, this is a Solidity tutorial. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's move on. Transaction fees on Ethereum in first half of 2020 exceeded 2019. Okay, let me see the graph. So I think this is super important. Because that, yes, you can see we already exceeded the Ethereum fee of 2019. So that's very important because the Ethereum fee also exceeded Bitcoin, I believe, in the past few weeks. So that really shows that the protocol is really used. And I also show you that Ether probably is very undervalued compared to Bitcoin. If there is more usage on Ethereum, then Ether, from my opinion, should be higher than Bitcoin. So that's very bullish for us, Ethereum believer. Austin Griffin, Xmoon Exchange. What is this? Get your Reddit Moon onto mainnet. Okay, so this is cool. So the Moon token, this is a token that was introduced by Reddit a couple of weeks ago. That is on Ethereum. So that's very, very bullish for Ethereum to have a company like Reddit started to use Ethereum for their community. And so with this exchange, so I believe the way it works is that you can transfer some Xmoon tokens. So probably these are some tokens that are collateralized with real Moon token, and you can transfer them on a layer 2 chain at either a very low cost or no cost at all. Probably before you trade on this, probably you need to lock your Moon token on a smart contract. As Austin Griffith built this exchange. That's pretty cool. That's the kind of side project that you could do for yourself. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, very important, MetaMask V8. So they released a new version, and the key feature is a new kind of privacy control that is very fine grained. So before, when you needed to approve a dApp to use your accounts, but that was all or nothing. But now you can select which account you want to approve for a specific dApp. So that allow you to use some account for some dApps, some other for some other dApps, without letting this dApp know about the other accounts. So that's pretty cool. And other than that, I think they released also a new UI that is supposed to be more intuitive. They have a list of transaction also that show you the different type of transaction. So that's more user friendly. Introducing Web3 encryption. I don't know what this is. And yeah, like a ton of other stuff. So I tried to install it. So I uninstalled my MetaMask, reinstall it, but it was still version 7. So maybe this is announced but not released yet. But yeah, we gotta check this because this is super important. Every user use MetaMask. Yeah. And as you know, if you've been studying blockchain, you know that MetaMask is a huge pain in the ass. Let me know in the chat what is really hard with MetaMask. I want to know. So DAO and standard. I don't follow DAO as much, but probably I should because I think this is becoming super important. We see more and more DeFi projects that start to be to have a DAO for their governance. Yeah, so Tornado Cash, a privacy solution, creating a more like Moloch DAO, Kyber DAO. That means we'll see more governance going through this DAO. Application layer, so DeFi. So this is important. Synthetics launches binary option. So if you don't know what are binary option, so these are basically options where you basically have a fixed payout if a certain event happens. So you can say, okay, well, if Ether is above $100, then I'm going to receive 50 DAI. Otherwise, I'm going to receive 0. So it's a different kind of payoff than a traditional option. So options already are quite advanced, but binary option, this is even more advanced. So this is really for advanced trader. Then we have 0x Matcha DEX aggregator. So that's a decentralized exchange that is supposed to be easy to use. So yeah, they have a very simple user interface that you can use to search different markets. And so that is a DEX aggregator. So that means it will try to break down your order into different exchanges to find the best rates. So that's pretty cool, and that's actually similar to another project called Paraswap, and I think that 1inch also does this. So yeah, that's something that is very useful for trader. And then what else do we have? It's now easier to host on IPFS, the latest Uniswap frontend. Oh yeah, so actually, yeah, Uniswap. So I don't know if you guys remember in last year, but I think there was a scandal at some point. They blocked they blocked Iran, I think, because of some regulation in the US, and there were some people who complained. But don't forget that Uniswap only controls the protocol, the spot contract, but the front end, you can always host your own front end for Uniswap or for any DeFi protocol. That's actually something that many people don't know. So for fun, you could build an alternative front end for Uniswap or any other framework and put it on IPFS or wherever you want. Let's scroll down. Augur V2. Yeah, Augur. So this is a protocol for doing bets, a bit similar to Gnosis. And yeah, I checked the release note, but I didn't find anything groundbreaking. Let's scroll down. USDC hit 1 billion in circulation on ETH. So I think that Tether is still by far the biggest stable coin, but USDC is also getting bigger. So yeah, that's cool. Stable coin getting really important. on DeFi. And I think that's pretty much it on Week on Ethereum. So I'm quickly gonna go over 2 other newsletters, but they are much shorter. And after we'll do our tutorial. So this week in DeFi, I also like this newsletter, so that's more focused on DeFi, a little bit less for developers directly, but that's also important as blockchain developer to follow what's happening in DeFi, because right now that's really the main focus. So let me see what they say. So probably we're going to see some similar news to Week on Ethereum. 0x launch matcha, yes, we already saw that. Synthetics release binary option, already saw that. Nexus Mutual releasing, I don't know what's this. The Graph, oh, this is important. The Graph closing a 5 million investment. So the Graph is an API for a service to easily create GraphQL API on Ethereum, and they are really used by many DeFi protocols who want to create an API but don't really want to put the work to do their own REST API. So you can very easily create your GraphQL API with the Graph, and so they are closing a big investment. So that's a good news for DeFi, and probably that this guy gonna be hiring. So if you're looking for a job, that might be a good hint. BZX releasing governance token detail. Okay, so well, I guess a lot of DeFi protocol now are copying what happened for comp token. So you're gonna see maybe the same thing happening on BZX. However, maybe that users will be a little bit more careful because there was this big hack at the beginning of the year. So yeah, let's see how it plays out. Curve release governance token and DAO detail. Okay, well, I think we're going to see even more yield farming on Curve. Tornado Cash launching a DAO. Well, everybody's launching a DAO. Maker adding 2 more token. Can see in ZRX. So yeah, that's probably bullish for the price of these 2 collateral. Compound changes its comp token distribution model. Okay, so I read the article. So as you all probably know, yield farming was totally crazy recently. A lot of people were sending their token to Compound to accumulate this comp token, and the way it worked is it was given in proportion to the interest rate. So the higher the interest rate, the more comp token, and that caused some interest rate to go through the roof. That was the case of BAT token, for example, and that really made the system a little bit unsustainable and dangerous, and so that we don't want to repeat the same mistake of the past. So Compound governance took the decision to change the way they distribute their comp token, and so now instead of being distributed proportionally to the interest rate of a market, it will be distributed proportionally to the amount that you borrow or lend to in the protocol. So that will effectively reward more fairly the real user of the protocol that provide value. So after this, we saw already rates going down on Compound, and probably that yield farming on Compound is going to decrease a little bit. But we have all these other protocols that are copying what Compound has done. So yield farming is probably going to continue for a while, but just on different protocol. Okay, so that's it for this week in DeFi. Now, quickly, let's go. By the way, guys, I'll check out the chat, but just after I finish all of this stuff. Recap, DeFi week of June. So that's the Defiant, another DeFi newsletter. I like it a lot. So let's see what they have to say. There is now 100 million Bitcoin circulating in Ethereum. Driven by wrap Bitcoin. Yeah, that is used to do some farm yield. So I believe this is on Curve. You can do some nice yield farming with wrap Bitcoin. So she also mentioned here that the Curve DEX really increased a lot. Its trading volume. I think now this is the second largest trading platform. The success of Curve is pretty amazing. Oh yeah, so there was an attack for Balancer. So that's a DeFi protocol where you can create a pool with different allocation, like with 20% this token, 30% this token, etc. And it's actually trader that pays to participate, investor who pay to participate in the pool, or the other way around. Oh, I don't remember, but there was something confusing about Balancer. It was basically the contrary compared to a normal investment fund. And yeah, so a lot of people have been doing yield farming with BAL token, but unfortunately there was this big hack. So not good. Yeah, synthetics launch binary option. We already saw that. 0x launch mancha. So, and the graph raised 5 million. So you might think, okay, well that's a little bit redundant to read different newsletters, but no, because if you see the same info being quoted different time, that's a guarantee. That really highlight the fact that this is a really important news. So it's important to know what's really important and what is less important. Okay, so I think we are done with the newsletter. So now we're gonna do a tutorial for Buildler. So Buildler, this is an alternative framework for writing Ethereum smart contract, and it is much more lightweight than Truffle. So it appeals to different people, I guess. So we're gonna try it out and see if it's easy. So let's go. So I'm going to show you my terminal for that. Okay, by the way, I'm going to show my face also. Oh damn, I can't do it. Okay, well, I'm still a beginner with this live stream, as you can tell. Okay, so the first thing we will do is we're going to setting up a project. I'm reading the doc here. So we're going to execute npx Buildler, and if you have Buildler installed, it's going to use it. Otherwise, it's going to install it. So did it do anything? No, it didn't do anything. Okay. If you run npx Buildler in the past without one, you'll be shown. Okay, so why you don't work, Buildler? No. Is it Buildler init? Command not found. Why you don't work, Buildler? Damn. Trying to figure out what's happening with Buildler. You may have no. Okay. Let me ask in the chat. Has anyone used Buildler before? Damn, I thought this thing would work. It's just I'm not. Okay, like that's a good lesson for doing an improvised tutorial. Okay, well, guys, I think I will need a little bit more research for this Buildler thing because it's not as straightforward as I thought. I'm gonna put back my face and we can chat a little bit. Okay, yeah, I'm back online. Yeah, how's it going, guys? So, now let me go through the chat a little bit. Tom's Crypto asks, hey, how can I start earning my first dollar in crypto? Building exchange and collecting fee, or what do you suggest? Yeah, well, that depends. Yeah, if you're a developer, so if you're a developer, you can earn money by either creating your project. So you can create your project. You can be a sort of programmer slash trader by doing DeFi thing like liquidation, Flashloan, etc. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I have a course on Flashloan for those who wanna learn this. So I'm gonna put this in the chat, but it was basically, I released this a couple of weeks ago and it was a huge success. So that would the second way would be to do some things like Flashloan, for example, and you can learn this in this course. And the third thing would be to become a blockchain developer. So probably the fastest is to become a blockchain developer. It probably will take you a couple of months before you can start to learn this. So by the way, this is my other course if you want to become a blockchain developer. Okay, so yeah, 3 ways to earn money as a blockchain developer. Let me see the other question. Exactly, Viper tutorial. Yeah, some people are into Viper here. Do more video or more advanced contract in Solidity. Yeah, I can do that. Or Rattle99 who tell me how to fix my problem with Builder. Yeah, but I thought yeah, okay, well I thought I was like I had to install it globally, so yeah, I probably need to do more research on that. Yeah, no problem. Tom's Crypto. Yeah, any other question, guys? Okay, well I'm curious. So I wanna cover a lot of DeFi protocol, and I'm wondering which one you want me to cover first. So please let me know in the chat what is the next crypto protocol that you want me to cover. Let me see. So okay, well I'm thinking of, for one of my next one, I'm thinking of doing synthetics, because I think synthetics is really exciting. Hey Richard, hello, have a nice day. Hey, it would be great to learn how to build a stablecoin. Oh yeah, I've thought about that. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah, well, you know what, GP Cheto, I might actually do it. Yeah, thanks guys, really great when I get some good idea. Opin seems nice. Okay. Yeah, I could consider this. Yeah, Nexus Mutual. Nexus Mutual, I think this is an investment fund. I don't think this is a DeFi project. I'm gonna check it out. Go more into detail about Flashloan arbitrage. Yeah, so in the course I go into a lot of detail. We do an arbitrage on DYDX. We use DYDX Flashloan, and we do an arbitrage between Kyber and Uniswap, and so we do a monitoring script in a Node.js, and every time we find an arbitrage opportunity, it create a transaction, send it to our Flashloan spot contract, and we borrow tokens from DYDX. We do the arbitrage, and we make a profit, and that would be a bonus on liquidation as well, because liquidation is also something that is really interesting, but somehow it's people are not as excited about liquidation. But I think this is a mistake, because liquidation are probably actually more simple than arbitrage. From Uruguay here, hey, GP Cheto, yeah, Nexus is a token. Okay, well, pardon my ignorance. Crypto is just moving so fast. So you think you know everything. You follow the news, and yeah, it's someone tell you about something super important you should have known. What about a quick startup video how to create a business with a protocol? Okay, well, actually, yeah, I was thinking about this, like how to create your own DeFi project with as an entrepreneur. But I was thinking about a course. Yeah, maybe it could be a video on YouTube. Are there any arbitrage aggregator that even exist? No. Because like when someone find an arbitrage, they will just use it. I think what could exist is maybe some sort of DAO that does some arbitrage, but I don't think we're gonna see a tool that directly does arbitrage. Maybe they're gonna be a tool that it can help you to do an arbitrage, but maybe that will just be some part of the task, but not the whole thing. Can you mentor me? I will be your young Jedi. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, I can mentor you. So yes, some people sometimes ask me some question by email. So I'm getting really busy, guys. So it's getting a bit difficult for me to answer to all the email. So if you have a task that you want to do and it is important, then you can book 1 hour in private coaching with me. So eat that blocks, eat them up. Yeah. What is the scope for gambling in DeFi? DeFi, it's not really what I like about DeFi. It's not so much about gambling. It's more about how can you be smart, pay attention, and combine your skills as a programmer who knows how to do smart contract, and take advantage of that. So I think that's what's really cool in DeFi. In Aave token, the number of token changes directly in the wallet. How does this work in the Aave smart contract? I think I have to know more precisely the question, but I can tell you that the smart contract of Aave is on their repo, so it might not be too complicated to check out their code. Has anyone look at OFID? Yeah, I'll look at OFID. It's a tool to help to do some DeFi arbitrage. That's cool, but I find it a little bit limited. I'll be interested in doing another version of OFID, maybe a little bit more powerful. I don't know any programming, but I would love to learn more about liquidating MakerDAO CDP Vault. Okay. Rami. Well, as I was mentioning before, in my course Profitable Flashloan, you'll find the link above in the course. In the bonus section, we do a liquidation. There is a bonus video on liquidation. I think we're gonna use DYDX. So that's another kind of liquidation, but what matters is that we do liquidation. It's not so important that it is on DYDX, MakerDAO, or something else. If you don't know any programming, there is an extra training in this course for people who don't know any programming. So that can be something useful. How to search multiple pair? How to search for multiple pair in Flashloan? You mean do arbitrage for multiple pair? Well, you can do what's called a triangular arbitrage, where you're trying to if you have three different assets A, B, C, then basically you can go from A to C by two-way. So you can go directly if there is a market AC, or you can also do from A to B and from B to C. And so based on that, you can have like a sort of more sophisticated arbitrage. I'm paying $1,500 for a good bot. Wow, well, that's good. It's working. Yeah, do we have some Furu Combo? I know Furu Combo. They released a new feature to share your combo. It's pretty cool. How about a tutorial on using oracles? Yeah, that's another good idea. Yeah, well, I think we got some pretty solid idea here. Well, thanks, guy, for following up to here. I think we're gonna wrap it up. Last question: is there any DeFi tool to help pay if you're a gas pricing transaction? You have the gas station network, but I'm not sure this is exactly what you want. Guys, so we're gonna wrap it up here. So thanks for following this live, and let me know in the comment what you want me to cover for my next live stream. Which DeFi protocol. That's great, guys. See you. See ya. Bye.